All right, listen, if you've been following my channel for a while now, well, you've probably realized something. I've been testing out a whole bunch of different brokerage applications. You see, I'm on a mission to find the most user-intuitive app with the absolute best features. And I've got to say, this is the first time on my channel that I'm doing a deep dive on the public investing app, and it is long overdue. Now, if you've been seeing their name pop up more lately, there's a solid reason for it. Public has evolved a ton in the past few years, from just a simple stock trading app to now what they're calling a multi-asset investment platform. That's right, Public lets you invest in almost everything now, from stocks to ETFs, bonds, options, crypto, treasury bills, and they even have a high yield cash account. It's designed to give you the tools to build wealth, a well-rounded portfolio without bouncing between dozens of different platforms. And they've got some killer features, things that I haven't seen in any other platforms that I've used. Now, in full transparency, this is a paid partnership, so I want to be upfront about that. But as always, I only work with brands that I actually use or believe in. So this is everything that you're going to hear from my own individual research, experiences, and Public's official disclosures, which I'm going to be linking below. Now, let's break this app down feature by feature. So first, you got the high yield cash account. You see, over the past year, we've seen nearly every brokerage roll some version of a high yield cash account out, and it only makes sense. You see, with interest rates elevated, cash has finally become an asset class once again, but not all accounts are created equal. Public's high yield cash account stands out with 4.1% APY. And as of today, there's no minimums, no fees, and FDIC insurance up to $5 million through partner banks, something you pretty much need to secure your money. Here's the real value though. This isn't just a place where you park your money. It's part of a broader portfolio design philosophy that Public has. Public wants every dollar in their platform to pull its weight, whether it's actively invested or temporarily sitting in cash. Just one thing to know, this isn't a savings account, it's a brokerage cash sweep, and for that reason, rates are variable. Second, they've got self-directed bonds, which in my mind is fixed income that's finally been modernized. Now, I'll be honest with you, I used to completely skip over bonds completely. You probably do too. They felt complicated to me, boring, and buried behind clunky interfaces on most investment apps. But Public's bond section has genuinely changed how I think about them. With Public, you can browse and handpick thousands of corporate and treasury bonds using a clean, searchable interface. Or you can simply ask their AI assistant, Alpha, to find bonds that best fit your goal. Now, Alpha is insane. I'm going to talk about that in a minute here. But you can filter by things like credit rating, how risky or safe it is, maturity date, when you get your money back, and yield, how much income it's going to generate. So here's how I now think about it. If dividend stocks are your growth plus income play, well, bonds can be your stability plus income play. You don't buy bonds to beat the market. You buy them for predictable cash flow within your portfolio to smooth out the ride, to give your money something reliable to do when the market does its thing. And I gotta say, while the market's at all-time highs and super volatile, a small allocation in bonds might be what I need just to ease the tension on my portfolio. Coupled with the fact that Public makes it as intuitive as screening dividend stocks, it's a massive unlock, especially for newer investors who want to diversify beyond just equities. Third, they've got treasury accounts, which, treasuries are often called the sleep well at night asset. And if you know me, that's what I care about most in my portfolio. Steady, predictable income without losing sleep. Now, Public makes this extremely easy with their treasury account, and here's how it works. You're essentially loaning money to the US government, and in return, you earn fixed interest payments. And that interest is generally exempt from state and local taxes. Yeah, you pick the duration, anywhere from 3 months to 30 years, and Public builds a laddered portfolio of treasuries, meaning your investments mature at staggered intervals instead of all at once. And here's the thing, as each bond matures, they automatically reinvest it unless you say otherwise. And importantly, you see both the gross yield and the net yield after fees. This is something that many platforms bury or leave out entirely. Now, it's perfect if you're looking for a low risk place to hold cash, steady hands-off income, or a way to match your investments to a specific time horizon. Something like a down payment, say, in 2 years. I get that question all the time when you're saving for, say, a car purchase, a housing purchase. Where can you put your money for it to continue to grow? This is one option that I would consider. Just one thing to keep in mind. Treasuries are low risk, not no risk. There are still fees, potential penalties for early withdrawal, and your reinvestment rate could change if interest rates overall fall. Now, fourth, they have bond accounts, 20 interest payments a year on that too. And this one caught me extremely off guard, but in a good way. You see, Public's bond accounts are basically pre-built portfolios of 10 investment grade high yield corporate bonds fractionalized, so you can get started with as low as $1,000. Each bond pays interest twice per year, and since the payment schedules are staggered, you get 20 payouts annually, almost like building a monthly income stream. And hey, if you like dividend investing, this could be another area of investing that you really like too. Now, currently their bond account is earning over a 5% yield, and you lock in the yield at the time of purchase. So even if the Fed cuts the rates, you'll still have locked in when it's a higher yield. And you don't have to screen or research individual bonds yourself because Public curates the list for you, diversified across sectors and credit rating, and they automatically reinvest it once the interest hits $100. It's literally fixed income, but simplified. There are a few things to know. To earn the full yield, you should hold until the first bond matures, which is usually going to be up to 4 years. You can't transfer these bonds to another brokerage because, well, yeah, they're fractionalized, and early withdrawals may reduce your return. So if you're somebody who's looking for a reliable income layer and you don't want to handpick individual bonds, well, this is a great middle ground for you between a bond ETF and just doing it all yourself. Fifth, they have options with the rebate model, which I don't think I've seen anywhere else, because Public doesn't just let you trade options, you actually get a rebate when you do. Depending on your monthly trading volume, you can earn back 6 cents to 18 cents per stock or ETF options contract. And yes, that's after the initial fees. It's still high risk, of course, but you get access to a full strategy builder, profit and loss visualizer, trading view powered charts, and options education built straight into the app. Public is not pushing options to beginners by any way, shape, or form, and neither am I. But if you're already trading them, this is one of the very few platforms that actually rewards you for your volume. Additionally, if you're a more advanced trader, Public just rolled out their Public API, which now you can actually program your trading. It's free to use, offers robust read and write access, and allows you to pull essential data and execute complex strategies for it. Super, super cool. Sixth is one of my favorite categories here. It's crypto versus Bitcoin ETPs. And here's the thing, you need to know what you own. Public gives you 2 ways to invest in Bitcoin: crypto, powered by Bakkt, and Bitcoin ETPs, which are essentially Bitcoin ETFs that track the price of Bitcoin. You don't own Bitcoin with an ETP, you're buying a regulated fund that follows its price. And here's the trade-off that you have. Crypto is higher risk, more control, and has no FDIC or SIPC insurance. ETPs, though, well, they're easier to trade, they're more regulated, but they may not perfectly match Bitcoin's price. Public explains both of this clearly with its disclosures before you invest, but the key takeaway is that you need to know what you're buying and don't assume that these two are the same thing. In addition to Bitcoin, you can actually trade 40 plus cryptocurrencies and viral meme coins on Public, including Ethereum, Dogecoin, and many, many more. Seventh, they've got traditional and Roth IRAs, with a match as well. Now, Public lets you open a traditional or Roth IRA right inside the app, and they'll even give you a 1% match on any contributions up to the annual limit. This is like a cheat code. It's kind of like free money. Also, for a limited time, they're offering an uncapped 1% match if you roll over or transfer an existing IRA into Public. They make rollovers extremely simple. They partner with Capitalized to help track down old 401ks, and they let you automate deposits like any other investment account. Now, I max out my Roth IRA every single year, and if you're serious about long-term wealth, it's one of the smartest things you can do. The tax benefits are just way too good to ignore, and Public makes it feel way less intimidating. Even if you are starting from zero, you don't know exactly what to invest in, and you have no idea what the Roth IRA is. And again, that 1% match, it's extra money, but yeah, I mean, there are terms that come along with it, and it's not necessarily tax advice from me. Now, eighth might actually be my absolute favorite part to this application, and something that I really hope that others are going to start implementing as well, but they're pioneering it. This is one of Public's best features. It is the one tool that I didn't expect to use as much as I do. It's Gen A. It's an AI-powered research tool offered by Public, and honestly, it's kind of like having ChatGPT built for investing. You just type what you're looking for, like dividend stocks under $50 or AI-focused ETFs, and it's going to pull up a list with performance data and how it stacks up to the S&P 500, which is what I compare every single one of my investments to. It's not telling you what to buy. You still make the decisions, but it's easily one of the fastest ways that I've found to explore new ideas, especially when you're stuck in that what do I even research phase. Now, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by where to start, this makes it a whole lot easier. And in addition to Gen A, AI is integrated throughout the entire Public platform. Alpha is their AI-powered research assistant, and it can help answer questions that you have about any stock. You can receive earnings call breakdowns, understand why a stock is moving, not just that that it is moving. And there's so much more to it that I would urge you to go and explore. So the ultimate question is public worth it here in 2025? And if you're somebody that's trying to build a portfolio that grows over time, that provides income, uses smart cash management, and adjusts for different economic cycles, well, public gives you the tools to do that all in one place. It's not for day traders. It's not built for meme stock investors or margin madness. But if you're serious about investing and you want a platform that treats it that way, then it's definitely worth exploring, in my opinion. Check it out for yourself. Sign up for public using my link in the description of this video. If you made it this far, leave a like. Let me know in the comment section, do you use public investing? Are you considering it? Let me know your thoughts. Any questions that you have, I'd be happy to answer. Thank you for checking out this video, and have a great day.